Okay, so hello guys. In today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to do if statements. There's gonna be a lot more things in the video, but for now I just want to teach you if statements. Else if. Yo, what is this? Bro? Huh? Is my thing? Oh, never mind. I thought it was bugged. If else. Okay. So first we're gonna be covering that. So to do that, we're gonna first make a variable. So my variable equals to 10. So let's just put a really quick value. So let's do if that. So this is how you create an if statement. This is how if statements are created. So if statements are basically, as the name suggests, a condition for a thing to complete in order for the code to run. So if 3 equals 3 plus 5 equals to 8, then run the code, blah blah blah. So let's do if my variable, then so if we leave it like this, it is just checking if my variable is true. Then so you and false, you can also do not my variable for false. That's really quickly some operators, one operator of the many we're gonna learn. So that's just for that. But if you want to compare for numbers or strings or things, you have to do equals, right? So this equals is gonna say compare the variable with the thing you want to put. So for example, let's say if my variable equals to 8, then let's print hello. So let's open the output and run F8, and since it is not 8, it won't run. But what if we change my variable equals to 10 to 2? So this is kind of like my variable minus 2, except you want to remove the variable you're trying to remove. You're trying to remove this variable minus 2. So my variable equals to my variable minus 2. So this is just basically closing it down. So in case somebody teach you on how to do the other one I showed, that's pretty bad practice. Please do this one. So this would result in 8. So print my variable. We'll print 8 and then run the code. But what if I want not only for that, but what if my variable is not only 8, but for example I wanted to check if it is also 10. Else if my variable equals to 10, then let's do print 10. So let's run this, remove this real quick. You will see it prints the value and then prints 10. And this does not print because it is not 8. So that's another way of doing that. Now, there's also something else which is different to else if, but it's kinda similar, which are operators. Oh, I forgot to comment it out. Operators. Not and or. So not, we already saw that. It's basically the opposite of the value you're inputting. So the opposite of what we're printing. So not my variable. So not my variable, the opposite. I think this wouldn't work because, well, yeah, it's false. Because not my variable would be false. Because not only works with true or false, I'm pretty sure. So if my variable equals to, say true, it'll, no, actually this will run an error. Let's do local boolean equals to true. So let's do not my boolean. So let's run that. Easy. False. The opposite of true is false. So that's pretty much it for not. You can also use that on if my variable. So yeah. Alright, so let's do if my variable equals to 8, and then let's learn and. So let's say not only do you want one condition, you want to say you want my variable to be 8, but you want local ingredients to be what? To be ketchup, let's say ketchup, ingredient equal to ketchup. So you want ingredient not only to be my variable equals to 8, but also an ingredient to be ketchup. So we have to end ingredient equals to ketchup. So this basically will say if my variable equals to 8 and not only it is 8 but ingredient is also ketchup, then. So let's do the test. So if my variable equals to 8, let's set this to 8, and you will see it will not run the first statement, neither the second one, because yes, it is 8, but this is ketchup. This is not ketchup. No, yeah, a bit funny way of saying that, but if we do ketchup correctly, see, hello, see, it works. Now let's say you want not to be and, but you want any of the two to be. So it can be ketchup or 8. So any of those that is like done will run the code, meaning that this will run because yeah, ketchup is not, ingredient is not ketchup, but my variable equals to 8. Meaning that, well yeah, this will run because my variable equals to 8, but ingredient is not ketchup. But if we change this to ketchup correctly and do this 9, it will still run because any of the two that runs, any of the two that gets checked, like if this is correct but this is not correct, it will still run. If both are incorrect, then it doesn't run. But if the both are correct, it still runs. It makes it easier to run, so you can put like depend not just on one variable but two. So if the two are incorrect, they don't run. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so next I'm gonna do else. So else is basically when no other value is checked. So ingredient is not ketchup. Let's do just ketchup. And let's do this, for example, 10. My variable equals to 8. This is okay. Well, 11. My else if let's like this else will run when this is not 8, ingredient is not ketchup, my variable. So when none of these operators are true and none of these conditions are true, else will run. So here comes something else I'm gonna teach. Print no 8 or 8. No 8 or 10. So yeah, that's pretty much else. Else is a pretty simple, straightforward topic. You can just run whatever code you want in here. So next up, I'm gonna teach warn error to strings to string to number concatenation yeah, blah 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 error. So first of all, let's start with this. So what if instead you don't want to warn? So what is warn? Let's test this out. Uh-oh, not 8 or 10. And you can see this is in normal white letters, but this is in yellow, meaning that this is a warning. And then what if we error end of script? And then for example you want to do something blah blah blah. So you want to do that, error cuts off the script. It puts red letters and then some stack begin. It gives you some information, the line, and then stack end. And the print doesn't run because the code gets cut off. And the reason it doesn't warn you is because it is a condition. So meaning that the code doesn't really know if the condition will run or no until you actually run it. You know. So what if you want to, let me just delete this. So what if you want to compare a part's, for example, base plate's transparency. You want to compare the transparency and say this part's transparency is 0. So let's do print. So print, we can do, let me just make a new variable right here. Local my transparent, my part equals gain both. workspace. Let me just create a new part. And there we go. You can make it whatever you want. You can, yeah, size it up, move it, rotate it, however you want. Doesn't matter. And let's just index it. So give the workspace a part, and let's print my part dot transparency. So you will see this will run 0 because the transparency of the part is 0. So since it is 0, for example, what we want to say, dot dot, this is how you, okay, let's do part transparency is my part dot transparency. Uh-oh, it's erroring. So what do we do here? Basically, we concatenate, meaning that we join both things together to make one string. So dot dot, my part dot transparency, and we can also do comma. Both are the same, but I prefer doing this. You can do whichever you want. And give the workspace my part. Okay, and so yeah, we can run this. But before we run this, let's run this, and you will see this will give us an error. So you can see. Okay, wait, my bad. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, wait. My part, no, not here. Let me just replace this because my bad, yeah, whatever. So you will see these errors. We're running a material. Let me just, is the parts material. So what do you do here to not get this error? So let me just create a variable. So local parts material. I recommend something for good code and cleaner code. What I recommend doing is using a variable for most things. So you want to know the part material, you can do my part material. Now this is basically just the same, and this will still error. So what we have to do is toString to make it a string. So let me just, yeah, so toString, and now you'll see it will run. And I'm gonna show the part, and let's see what is the parts material. Yes, it is plastic. Let me just close this out. And you can see this works. ToNumber is basically the same as toString, just for numbers. Right now we don't really have a use case, but it is when you want to compare, to make a variable. So let's say local 90 local equals to 90. My number equals to 90. And we can then do ToNumber my number. See? And we can print ToNumber my number. Print 90. So that's basically it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. So before I end this video, I just want to say something, and it is, after you end up watching this video and you finish it, go into Studio, create a script, and start messing around. Think something that you want to do and start recreating it in Studio based off of your knowledge. Don't try using complex words, only use what you know, because if you use what you don't know, you will end up making some mess with code. And if you somehow make it work with some all others' help, you won't really end up understanding it and becoming better as a scripting. But that's pretty much it, what I have to say for this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for the last video, I'm being a bit, bad audio and stuff. But I'm trying to pump these out like every 2 days. One day, I think I'll release one tomorrow as the time of recording is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to join the Discord. Bye.